What is the Dorian mode in Miles Davis, All Blues? Imagine a tune that feels both relaxed and sophisticated, blending the familiar with something a little different. That's what makes All Blues such a special piece in jazz history. This song is part of the landmark recording Kind of Blue, released in 1959, which changed the way jazz was played and listened to. It's famous for its modal approach, which means it uses musical scales called modes instead of traditional chord progressions. Now the Dorian mode is a key part of this style. To understand the Dorian mode in All Blues, start with the song's structure. It's built on a 12-bar blues form, but instead of following the usual pattern of changing chords, it mostly stays on a G7 chord. The harmony mostly uses what's called the G Mixolydian mode, which is like a major scale with a flattened seventh. But in some parts of the tune, especially around bars 5 and 6, the harmony shifts to a G minor 7 sound. That's where the Dorian mode comes into play. The G Dorian mode is a scale that uses the notes G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. It's a minor scale with a raised sixth, which gives it a sound that's darker than a major scale but brighter than a natural minor. When the harmony in All Blues stays on G minor 7, improvisers can use the G Dorian scale to create solos that match the modal feel. This creates a contrast with the rest of the tune, which leans more toward the G Mixolydian sound. What makes this modal shift so interesting is how it gives All Blues its relaxed, open vibe. Instead of constantly changing chords, the music breathes more freely, allowing soloists to focus on melody and mood. Miles Davis and his band used this approach to explore new ways of improvising, moving away from fast chord changes typical of bebop. Instead, they embraced the space and simplicity of modal harmony. For jazz players learning All Blues, recognizing when to switch from G Mixolydian to G Dorian is essential. When the harmony suggests G minor 7, using the G Dorian scale will sound authentic and true to the original recording. It's a practical way to capture the tune's modal essence and its laid-back feeling. In summary, the Dorian mode appears during the G minor 7 sections of All Blues, providing a modal contrast to the dominant G Mixolydian sound that dominates the piece. This modal interplay is a big reason why the song sounds so fresh and different. It's a perfect example of how modal jazz opened new doors for improvisation and composition, and it remains a key concept for musicians studying this influential composition.